live?
I don't know.
Are we live?
I think so.
I think we're live. Now where's my chat? There it is.
Wow, there we are.
Ah! How are we looking? Why is the thing not turning?
Hello. Melanie. Nice to meet you.
We have a very nice guest today. She brought her own beer.
Yeah.
And she brought beer for us.
The Dutch Gold.
Any foreigners who know this beer? I know the Dutch people do.
My favorite.
Really?
Yeah, it's my favorite Dutch beer.
Hertog Jan?
Yeah.
I like it also. I don't think I have a really a favorite Dutch beer. I like the Portuguese beer better.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh. Sorry about that.
Ah, Superbok.
Yeah.
You wanna try?
We have Dutch beer.
It's a media.
Media?
Yeah, not a mini.
Ah!
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Is it a mini? Yeah. You also have a grande?
Not in my bag.
We have a very big one. Oh, this needs to go out of the fridge.
It's in the fridge, out of the freezer and in the fridge.
Okay, cool.
But the barrel is still in the freezer.
Oh, the barrel needs to get out of the freezer. Can you get this barrel out of the freezer? Because the case was, I bought a barrel of Heineken yesterday, actually for Miguel,
Okay.
because he fixed Vanessa the other time.
Oh yeah.
So I wanted to bring him over some beer, and I just saw the whole can like from Heineken. So oh, maybe I take that. But then I only had 2 of the Superbox in the fridge, so I thought we'll just drink Miguel's beer here, and then I'll buy him a new one.
Yeah.
But then she saved Miguel's beer by bringing her own beer.
Well, this was actually a gift of a Dutch client. He just moved here, and
He brought them from Holland?
Yeah, he brought them for me.
Oh, cheers.
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 Cheers, guys. Good weekend.
Good weekend.
Let's see, where are we? 62 people.
Questions already.
Questions. First, we're gonna wish everybody a good evening. Good evening from the UK. Hey Heather. Proost, geniet van de Hertog Jan. That's Dutch for enjoy your
Proost.
Hertog Jan beer.
Dankjewel.
Thanks, Birgitta. Good evening, Jasper and Mysterious Girl. This is not a mysterious girl. This is Melanie from HomeKeyPortugal, and she helped me already a year ago, more than a year ago, to purchase my property and to purchase the other property. And generally she helps people to find properties and buy properties in Portugal.
Yes.
And she also has a website where she has all different kind of properties. So she's not so mysterious. She was already before on the vlog, like a long time ago when I just bought the house.
I think you mentioned me once in a while.
Every once in a while, yes.
He gets a euro every time he mentions me, so.
€1. I'm becoming a millionaire here. And a lot of people mention you in the comments also. Like,
Okay.
there's
So-
last live we had about the other piece of land, like on the other in the forest. Like somebody mentioned it on the chat.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's a property in Garridas for sale with Melanie. And I was like, huh? What did she tell me? It's like your location,
too
your
far away
location
for
thingy
you.
is saying like directly in Garridas,
Yeah.
but it's like it's used to be
Yes.
actually in the forest.
Yeah.
We've been there before, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, explored the
It's
forest.
in a valley.
Yeah. It's near the waterfall. You know there's a waterfall there? Like my stream, that's my land, I think about 300-400 meters, there's like a waterfall.
Okay.
There's a waterfall if the stream flows.
I want to say it's still going.
It's not going now.
Uh,
But it does still have this
Right.
little pool thing, very dirty mud pool. Like, I think I went to the pool yesterday. Good evening from SW England. Kate. Hello from Israel. Hi Melanie and Jasper. Hi Tricky. Good evening Melanie and Jasper. I thought around here for you to say that tomorrow there will be another heat wave from the Sahara Desert.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, I
We're
see
having
it
another heat
in
wave?
39, 40, yes, next week also. But,
It was nice and cool then.
it's quite normal here in August, so 40
It's
degrees.
already August.
Yeah.
But June was very hot here, right?
Yes, very hot. Too hot. Too dry.
So we have another heat wave coming.
Well, you have a pool now, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, but still no straight plateau to put it on. It's still
Oh.
like this. Hi Melanie, hope you have help with your property business. Not for me yet. Do you have help with your property business?
I do, yeah, recently. I hired someone now that's actually hunting for properties.
Oh really?
To put for sale. So
Cool, in the area here.
yeah, in the area. Yeah.
But you still do all the viewings and stuff yourself?
I still do the viewings, yes, and the processes, and of course the website, marketing. But well, I needed someone that have time to go out and talk to people and see
Because
what's
we
for
talked
sale.
also about doing like property visits and stuff, so I thought maybe you had somebody for that also.
Not for viewings yet, no.
Because it takes you a lot of time, right? To
Yes.
go with the clients. To one client maybe wants to see like 4 different properties, and then you have like
Yeah,
20 clients, and you're just
Yeah.
driving around clients, right?
exactly. And the thing is that I also manage the process of when someone says, okay, yes, I would like to buy it, then I accompany the whole process. Also for electricity and water connections, also after the deed. So that's a lot. It's time
Like you
consuming.
did for me also, right? You did
So,
also
yeah.
the electricity and stuff, and on the other land the electricity after.
Yeah.
Even she arranged the guy who makes the electricity and stuff.
Yes.
That's
So-
very good guidance, yes. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
But now I have someone working with me. So let's see how that goes. So just recently, 2 months only. So.
Okay. But that's still, in 2 months you could see already. It's like,
Yes. Well, if website and just uploaded repeatedly. So.
So but does he like only out in the area, or also like maybe investigate where something is like?
This area, anywhere where we find interesting properties. The other day we were near Fundal, Alkait, and also Niza, wherever we find something interesting. Mainly this area. Yes.
Because you find a lot of properties in Portugal by asking around, right? Not everything has a sign or a thing on it.
No.
Or
No, and well, now I'm in business now for 10 years in the real estate business. For 4 years now, I have my license, agent license in Portugal, and well, it takes time to set up a business. But now people in this area they know me, and I'm for sale, or they want to put for sale, they call me. So.
you get a lot of contacts in like these years.
Yeah, word of mouth nowadays. So.
If you do good work, then they'll come back to you, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Basically.
The sound is very bad. Yes, I hear. Okay. So what is bad about the sound, guys? Is it cracking, or is it just low volume?
You have to talk louder.
The strong wind shouldn't make a difference because I have this.
The wind.
The wind in the mic. So that's strange. Okay, does it get better now or does it get worse? Tell me.
Yeah, have to have patience,
Yeah.
that's a relay
Late.
also.
No, yeah.
Okay,
Better?
so yeah, I had this before. It's this stupid connector thingy
Oh,
for the iPhone. That's like cracking up indeed. Like the microphone prevents the wind, and then the wind makes this thing crack. It's very handy. Much better. Okay,
technology.
so let's do the standard iPhone
Let's
mic.
do it again.
Okay, now I need to scroll back. Wait a minute, guys.
Wow, busy.
Yes. Let me see.
Well, let me know what you have.
Yeah. Okay, I'll help the property business. Are the areas quoted in the advertisement for the properties accurate? For example, if the advertisement says 5,000 square meters, will it be 5,000 square meters? What happened if they don't match?
Interesting question.
So most of the time they try to supply the right information, right?
Well, there are two ways of advertising a property because there is sometimes a difference in what's registered and what's actually really is there.
Mm-hmm.
So some agents, they look at the paperwork and they just put, okay, it's so many square meters. So what is on the paper they put online.
It's
And
based on
some-
what is at the registration
Yes,
office, right?
yes,
Yeah.
because that's what you can sell, because that's what's registered.
Yeah.
But a lot of lands were registered a long time ago, and how they measured probably with steps or little steps, big steps. So there's lots of difference in some.
At the registration office, there's a lot of difference with what the actual
Yeah.
registration is.
Yeah. So, well, if there's a very big difference, I do mention it in the advertisement, saying
Mhm.
okay, it's registered with 1 hectare, but actually it's 1.2 hectares, and there's an error, margin of error,
Mhm.
10% of the. For
Yeah,
example,
you told me
yeah.
this before
In
already.
Castel Branco we have the cadaster, so everything that's different of 10% or less, it's okay. But if it goes over that, yeah, you have to correct it.
I remember a guy who wanted to sell us like, what was it? 10 acres?
Mm.
It was only like 3.5. Like,
Yeah, that's a big difference. There's something not.
I have a
not
land
right.
here for you with 10 acres, and then
that
you get
can't be
there and
right.
it's like, that's not 10 acres, right? This happens, but yeah, mostly if you don't talk about this, it's mainly the registration office who has a different amount than it actually is.
Yeah, that's not a problem. If you want to have exchange, you can just hire a topographer and he comes and measure it, and you can update
Yeah.
it at the registration if you want to.
But probably it won't save you any money.
No, that's true.
We'll sell it for 10,000 anyway.
Yeah.
Dude, you need some clip-on mics. I have a clip-on mic. It's not working
Here,
properly.
probably.
Oh,
It's
clip-on.
here.
Lavalier. Yeah, we were talking about that the other week. I still didn't look them up. What are you laughing about? Okay, Dwight is laughing very hard. Did you mention it also or what? The mic is too far away from the people. It's not, it's right here.
Hey,
Well,
see, you
the
can.
mic is not connected to the phone, is it? So
Now, not anymore.
can you put it like on the table then?
Hmm?
No, no.
What do you mean, the phone?
No.
But it's not connected, so it doesn't work anymore.
Oh, at all?
Sorry.
Oh, there's just the phone.
It's just a phone
Oh,
thing.
sound now. Okay, okay. No, nothing we can do about it at the moment. Nothing.
It was already better.
The wind is breaking up.
Okay, so now I don't have Dwart.
I like this Dutch beer. I have friends in Amsterdam, Edam, and Volendam.
Well, cheers,
Hello,
Tristan.
George.
George, sorry. Does Melanie notice the prices shooting up compared to when she started real estate?
Yes. Yes, I think everybody noticed it.
It's now for I think the last 2 years it's going really rapidly.
Yeah.
But before you noticed it also, like in the longer term,
No.
not so much.
No, I think really something happened with COVID or something.
A pandemic hit, I think.
You know, there's always a market work, supply demand,
Hmm.
and then demand just shoot up 2 years ago, and well, now you can see it in the prices. And the thing is that during these past 2 years, properties were already sold for more value,
Hmm.
and it continues because. For example, parties. Oh, my neighbor sold it for so much, so my land is also this value. So it continues.
And more Portuguese get to know that their land is like worth something, and they want to go and sell
it's
it,
wanted.
right?
Yeah.
I see a lot more Portuguese people who are like preparing their stuff for selling or something, or like here, like oh, people are buying stuff, or maybe we also can sell something.
Okay.
It's like with the other guy here also, right?
Yeah.
Bought something from him, come back, maybe want to buy more. So yeah, but in the last 2 years, even I noticed this. I made this 7,500 euro property video like a couple of weeks ago, and I already mentioned that this was in October. Next October, 2 years before I bought the other land.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
2020.
yeah. So that's like not even 2 years ago, and already now we can see. Melanie said, I asked Melanie before the live, what do you think like this piece of land would sell for now?
15,000.
This is what I said in the video also, right? If you look now on what is properties for sale, and you have like half an acre with like ruins, it's 50,000 euros. Easy. So what we're going to do an extension on that video, and I'm going to search also on Melanie's website for properties that you can, that are like my property that you can buy for still maybe 12, 15,000 euros. Let's see if we can do that.
Yeah, or look at properties. What can you get for 7,500 now?
That's a lot less. I saw you have some on your website still, but
no
it's like
buildings.
no, and everything under 10,000 is just a lot less. Like the first time I looked on Melanie's website was maybe 2018 already, and back then there was so many like properties for sale under 10,000. Even like I think I even saw for like 3.5, 4,000. I saw something with a building, maybe not much land, but there was kind of a building on it for 3,000 or 4,000 euros. Jaw dropping. You know.
Sometimes there's still.
I hear stories of like people who like go scout themselves. It's dangerous because you need eventually you need Melanie to find out the paperwork and stuff, or somebody else. But they scout themselves and they really find gems here and there still.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it can have two sides. Because as a foreigner, if you can go scouting, they can say, okay, you can pay so much. You know, you're a foreigner, so they're gonna ask you a crazy amount of money.
Yeah.
If you have an agent in between, the agent can say, sorry, but this amount, no, we're not gonna put on the market for this amount. So there's kind of a screening before that. So there's two ways. If you don't have an agent, you don't have to pay the commission of the agent, of course. But
No. But you know a lot of like stories in Portugal about people buying things that they're not buying, and
yeah.
this is all included in your land. And then you start cleaning this land after you bought it, and then one neighbor comes to you. I know this kind of story. Why are you cleaning my land? I just bought this land. No, you didn't. It's crazy sometimes, so you have to be like a little bit careful here and there. Ask some good advice from some people who know the business. That's not me yet. I direct everybody who really wants to know something to Melanie. Who's the young lady? Melanie. The mic is still bad, breaking up. All I hear was drinking
Increase
beer
the
from home.
volume.
Yeah, put your volume louder. Is that possible? I'll have a better setup for next time, guys. It's not anything you have something for now. Yeah, but I like these kind of shots, like in the middle of the street.
Yeah, but they can hear you. They don't want to see you, they want to hear you.
It's a lot better than it was. You can't please everybody. No, that's true. Did you discover the ghost village and buy the whole area, or it wasn't that easy? No, that's not that easy. No, I bought 2 properties here now, and I know from a lot of things who owns it, but a lot of people are not willing to sell. And let's just say that negotiating is not my strongest point. Just leave that to other people sometimes. The wind is 10 times louder than you two. I asked the wind if it could stay like a little bit lower, so I hope it helps. What happens if you have sent a deposit and then find out that the land area is different, more than 10% difference?
Well, it doesn't have to be a problem. If you don't find the problem, it's not a problem.
Yes.
But if it's a big difference and you would like to have a change, then you can ask for a topographer before the deed, and he draws up the land and puts the right amount of square meters. And then with the deed, the request is for a change of area.
Yes, but if you already made a deposit, it's probably like not a lot. How do you say this?
Oh, and if you don't want to buy it then anymore, then you can say, okay, according to the paperwork, it's not what you showed me or what I was supposed to buy.
Yes.
So on these grounds, you can try to get your deposit back.
Yes. You need a mic on the table. Yes, I know. I'll scream and repeat what Melanie says. Melanie, yes, I have noticed with the properties for sale in Portugal, the location is very vague. Have you heard of the word app to pinpoint the location? Yeah. So there's one thing about selling properties in Portugal. I think this plays into this thing, and that is in Portugal, unlike in Holland, any real estate agent can sell a property. So in Holland, when you go to one real estate agent, he is the one selling your property, and nobody else can sell your property. This is not the case in Portugal, right?
You have some agency that has exclusivity.
Because they make a contract with the client.
Exclusive, yes. But most of the clients don't want exclusivity.
No, because they want to be able to sell it themselves probably.
Yeah, or put it also with other agents, or just be free, let's say.
So if Melanie would like exactly give the location of a building, for instance, I could go and find out who is the owner and go to the owner and avoid Melanie and try to buy the property, right? So this is a big reason that you see also with the big websites that they don't actually pinpoint the properties exactly. Do a viewing with Melanie, you know exactly where the property is. Yes, why are you sending money, Dwight? Dwight is doing a super chat here. You want to ask a question, sweetie? Do you have a question for Melanie?
No.
No?
Thank you.
50 or 15,000? Can't hear because of the wind. 15,000, 1-5. If the prices go up, a lot of people go and look somewhere else, also because of the drought and increasing fire risks. Yeah, so where do you want to look, Thomas, for these amounts? Bulgaria, maybe? Like somewhere in the east?
Other countries, yeah. Or really, really up north, Portugal.
Yes.
In the mountains somewhere.
Less fire risk also, I think, there. Less drought.
Yeah. Greener, more rain.
It depends on what you want, right?
Yeah.
Luca and Sarah got so much land for their money. Yeah, they bought it also like 5 years ago, right? But they do have a lot of land. They have like 40 acres, I think.
Shut the back door.
Shut the back door. For what?
for the
Oh, for
wind.
the wind. Love to follow your project. Can't hear you with max volume. Okay, so wait.
Where's the wind coming from? Everywhere. To block it somehow. Put a fan in front of it.
Not really doable. Wait, let's try and take you guys out.
And there's less wind.
Oh, sorry for all the. Okay, now at least you can hear me better. Right.
Okay.
Hi. Hi, is that your girlfriend? No, this is Melanie from HomeKeyPortugal.
Hi.
My girlfriend is sitting there. Hi, Dwart. Please sit inside. No, we cannot do that. This is Portugal. How about a mortgage? In my case, I'm talking low budget properties. Ah, yes, you sent also the message on, I don't know where, but you already sent this message. Of course, in Portugal you can get a mortgage. I think it's like, this almost works the same as in Holland, right? If you have like income, you can get like,
Yes, only on houses though.
what is it?
Houses
In-
for habitation.
Ah, not land.
No.
No. But maybe
Has to
if
be
you
urban.
if you have a business plan for agricultural or something.
Then you have to really have to have a good plan. Because you know the bank, if you can pay the mortgage, they keep the property.
Yes.
Right. So they prefer to have a house than.
Yes,
piece
because
of
they can
land.
get their money back more easily. But yeah, if you have income, it shouldn't be a problem. Although also in Holland you have to bring your own money nowadays, right? When I bought a house like
Here
15
also.
years ago, I could get everything from the bank, like 180,000 all from the bank.
Yeah.
This is not the case anymore. Also not in Portugal, right?
No.
You need to bring some cash from yourself. She's Melanie from HomeKeyPortugal. Yes, you're in the loop. You need this coffee cat microphone. I mean this thing. I need a good connector, this is what I need. Hi Jasper, question for Melanie. Do you also do rentals around 3 months or so in small villages? As far as I know, Melanie doesn't do rentals.
No. Rentals. However, in this area I know a few houses that are for rent. Like from friends and around. But I don't advertise it on the website.
So if you become friends with Melanie, she can arrange something for you.
Yes. Basically.
But like if people want to rent, I know that like other real estate property people, agents sometimes have also rent stuff in their portfolio, right?
Yeah, but most of them are apartments in the
Okay.
city.
It's not like you can get a nice rustic house for rent.
No, that's difficult because for that the house needs to be, of course, habitable in such a condition that you can, be comfortable.
Yes.
And in rural areas, there's not a lot of these houses that are, modern and livable. And the houses that are in good condition, the Portuguese still use in the weekends or in the summers, so they don't want to rent it out.
That's true. Does Melanie also have experience in real estate in the north, for instance, Braga?
Nope.
No, you go a little bit up north, right? Like Fundao and stuff.
Yes. But Braga
And I
is,
also know you go like down south, Abrantes I saw sometimes, like when you
Yeah.
are...
And Nisa sometimes. But it's a big country, so
Yeah.
I try to concentrate here, Kasteel Branco district, because otherwise I'll be traveling all day and
That's true, yeah.
basically doing.
But it's still a
Doing
big
nothing.
area, like from Fundao to like
Yeah.
Abrantes. Right?
Yes.
But it's all central Portugal. Where did Melanie learn her English? Where did you? Probably in high school in Holland. No.
I was very bad at English
Yeah?
in high school. Yes, I just passed for English, but then I went to study all English. So and I lived in the United States for a year.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't know.
So that's why my American accent.
You have now an American accent. What are the dogs doing? They were just fighting.
So they don't hear us, but they hear the dogs.
Apparently.
What?
Yeah. It's like what you want to hear, maybe, right? Does Melanie
The
have
dogs
a
are very
website that I can look at? Yes.
Yes.
HomeKeyPortugal.com. HomeKeyPortugal, one word, .com. Can you still do Airbnb in Portugal? Por que não?
Yes.
Why not? Does have like a lot of different kind of restrictions, right? If you have a house with habitation license or like a ruin without a habitation license, it's like
You can.
I can do much easier Airbnb on this house than on my other land,
Yes.
for instance.
Because this is urban for habitation.
So she knows all about that. Can't hear you, but I put the mic closer. Dogs are very loud. Okay. Hopefully the dogs are eating Mark Rutte. You're not a fan, I presume? Me neither, but I'm not a fan of politics at all. So we could get into politics though. Some people here are saying, please don't. Would you say that Central Portugal is the most affordable?
Yes.
I have sometimes a discussion with people if like really the north is also like kind of
Also.
cheap, right?
Yep. But that's really north, like I said, Trás-os-Montes, probably really north in the mountains. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about the same price maybe.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah. We were told by a real estate agent that a lot of parishes weren't allowing it.
Airbnb.
Oh, is that true? Why? Because they want tourists here.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a specific area where they're like popping up like crazy and 100 people applied for licenses or something.
Oh, but I guess also for Airbnb, you do have to have a license, algemeen lokaal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's maybe the difficult part. In Holland it's easier. You don't need to like be sort of this arrangement lokaal. It's like a controlling organ for rental. right?
Yes, for tourism. Yes.
And in Holland you don't have that. You can just rent, at least until a couple of years ago, you can just rent it out. But I noticed in Portugal this was already for a long time. They connected Airbnb to arrangement lokaal. You have to have a license
Yeah.
to be able to rent.
Well, I did read recently that, but I think that's about apartments in the city centers, that they're starting to be more strict for that, like in Holland as well.
In Portugal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in Holland I know.
Yeah, but in Portugal as well.
Because just before I left Utrecht, like the year after, it was restricted. You could only rent the whole thing out for like
Yeah.
3 months in a year or so.
Yeah, but it's gonna be happening also here in Portugal.
Okay.
In cities.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? I found it difficult even to get real estate to help me in Portugal. Looking for something like 100, 150k. Would really have expected more interest. Yeah, but there is a lot of interest in property in Portugal, so people are busy. Yeah. But I think you'll probably find someone who can help you. Otherwise, shoot me a message and I'll give you a starting point. Good evening, Jasper and Melanie. If there's a plot of land with building permit, how difficult is it to get the permission to build from your own architecture drawings, of course within building regulations? architect? Is then the question, because it needs to be drawn up by an official
Yeah.
architect, right?
Yeah.
So if you're an architect, maybe that should be possible, but otherwise you have to really get it redrawn by a real architect. How long does it on average take to get a building permission here? Because I say sometimes exaggerated, like sometimes it takes 1.5 years to get like a building
To get the permission, no, that doesn't take that long. But the whole process of start to finish to get the license, that can take 2,
Because
3,
the papers need to be
4
drawn
years.
up, they need to have
Mhm.
electricity plans,
Yeah.
sewage plans, all
Yeah.
these things need to be drawn up, right?
Yeah, but if you hire a good architect and a good engineer, that should not be taking
Taking so
years.
long.
No.
It's not that the council takes so long to make a judgment about it.
Is the room behind Manny for sale? I already looked, but which one is?
Is the ruin behind Melanie for sale?
What is this garage?
No,
Oh.
this is my house.
Oh, this.
This is not a ruin. Thank you very much.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
were
that's-
following my
that's behind me,
videos,
yeah. I was looking really behind me, but it's. That's a good.
thanks. Who was that?
Well,
Stefan.
Jasper, it's a ruin.
It looks like a ruin, yeah, and it is a ruin at the moment. But if you look a little bit more to that side, it has a nice roof and we live in it actually. So. Be working on that in the next couple of weeks, guys.
Yeah, you're doing this roof.
Yep. Stefano is coming again, the guy from last year,
Hey.
to give me some more inspiration. Is it easy and cheap to register a ruin built before 1951 on a piece of land?
Yes.
Is it easy and cheap to register a ruin? But like, how, if it's not registered, how do they know it's pre-51?
If it's built of stone, it's easy.
Ah,
It's for sure,
okay.
because they don't do that. They from 60s they already didn't do that. So if it's that, the tijolo, the red bricks
Yeah.
or the blocks, the cement blocks, it's not easy. But if it's stone, schist stone, granite stone, yes.
So like the wall here behind, like schist,
Yeah.
they presume it's already like a pre-51. And then you can, because they're not registered, you cannot live in them. They need to be registered ruins, or the law doesn't state it like that, probably.
Well,
The raw problem?
you have a legal answer and
Flexible local Portuguese answer.
yes.
If you want to find that out, you're interested in buying something, contact Melanie. If you're not sure yet, contact me and I'll point you in the right way. Melanie, would you say that Idealista is trustworthy in terms of prices shown? Because it feels like it's very random.
Well, Idealista is just a website where private persons and real estate agents can advertise their property. So the prices on that is the sale price.
So they would advertise it maybe lower to get more interest, and then I don't see why they would.
No, the price on that site is the sale price.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So why would it not be trustworthy?
So I would say yes.
Ja. Jullie zitten gewoon aan de Hertog Jan. Ja. We're just
Gewoon
drinking
in
Hertog Jan.
Portugal.
Yeah. Thanks to one of Melanie's clients. Airbnb restrictions in London. Yes, I can imagine. So what are the kids having for a special treat? What? I'm just smoking a cigarette.
Kids?
Yeah.
Dogs.
They were not having a treat?
Who is
You want
the
to give the
kid?
dogs a
Who
treat?
is the kid?
Which
Oh, you mean Duarte?
So
Duarte is drinking a beer also.
No, I'm being healthy
Really?
for now.
I don't recognize my son. He's not my son.
For for a moment.
Guys, are there any yearly fees that you have to pay the council or government for owning land that has no services connected? Yes.
Yes. Property tax.
Property tax. Yes, you have that in every country, I think, right?
I think so.
But it's a lot less in Portugal than it is in Holland. Right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I pay a lot less now than I would pay in Holland for the same
Do
house.
you even pay for that land down there?
I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know.
Even.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Heb je nu per se een bewonersverklaring nodig, ook als je geen hypotheek op de property hebt? Mag je er dan wel jaar rond wonen of gewoon niet ter discussie? Oeh, Marco. Als je nu per se een bewonersverklaring nodig...
Ook als geen hypotheek. Oh zo.
Bewonersverklaring, wat is een
Ja,
bewonersverklaring?
habitation license denk ik. Dat had je bedoeld.
In principle, on an urban property, you need a habitation license.
Yes.
In general speaking.
You have or an habitation license or an exemption.
Ah,
In this case, you have an exemption.
on the other land.
No, this one.
This one has an exemption. Really?
Yeah.
Apologies for the mistake. What is the mistake?
The door in the back side was open.
Oh, the ruin behind Melanie for sale.
Oh,
You cannot buy my house. So. Have you
so
ever?
everything has a price.
Huh?
Everything has a price.
Yes. If you pay me, I'm not gonna say because you guys all know what I bought the house for.
What?
Why would I want to live in a cave?
Well,
It's nice and cool,
not,
I think.
not easy to find.
Caves.
Yeah.
But you can make one yourself, right? The property we viewed the other day had like a man cave, the Casa Natural. It had like a man cave.
Oh yeah, a man cave. We can live in a man cave. Yeah.
I think most caves for sale are in Spain and not in Portugal. I have not. Have you ever seen a cave for sale in Portugal? No. There's no cave for sale in Portugal.
No. Definitely don't get a habitation license on that one.
Can we apply this? The council sees you coming here. Can we get a habitation license for this cave, please? How much do the cigarettes cost there? Yeah, that's cheaper than in most European countries. I pay €5 for a pack here that I pay €7.5 for in Holland. Groceries. Can you turn the microphone a bit up? Yeah? It's now just the iPhone, guys. For the next live, I'll make sure that I have a little bit better volume. Does Melanie think if there's a demand for more real estate agents that they are able to communicate with expats or the market is oversaturated? The market is a little bit oversaturated with buyers, I think.
But there's also a lot of real estate agents.
Yes.
A lot of offices. Oh,
Popping
Kasteel
up
Branco-
also,
Yeah,
or?
Kasteel Branco alone, there's so many that are able to communicate with expats. Yeah.
There are a lot trying. I don't know if they're really able. With Melanie it worked fine, but we're both done. Right from Canada, great channel, love your content. PS, get some moisturizer on your skin. My mom would say the same. It's getting damaged from the sun. No, the sun is doing very good for it. Do you pay the property tax? Is that something you can manage online? Or an exchange of live chickens? You can go ask them at the municipal. You go with your chickens to the municipal and you say, here's my contribution for my house.
Didn't drink the beer.
Melanie is like, hey, I have some more beer.
Good? You like it?
I didn't try it.
Oh, you didn't? So,
try it.
oh here, there was one open.
Oh, now it's hot already.
Now it's hot. I'll take that.
Hot.
I take the warm one.
You take one.
Renata wants to get drunk very
Thank you
fast.
so long.
Oh.
If I move into a ruin and stay there long enough, do I get squatters' rights? What do you know about that?
Nope.
Yeah, but you do.
No, you can't get rights.
Yes, you can.
Oh, yeah, you have to be there for 20 years.
Yeah. If you are in a place for 20 years and you
They
can
didn't get kicked out yet.
and you can prove that you've been there for 20 years,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's yeah.
But don't do it.
I just like to try for fun.
20
It
years.
it will be like a 20-year like a video episode. Like,
Squatting project.
I'm still in my squatted house.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Dwight has a question, guys.
So the bus station over there is still working?
What is that? Oh, yeah. I know because I take the bus every day. I think so. And I actually think they have like a new type of transport. It's called MobiCab from Castelo Branco, and they pass all the small villages.
Which one?
Mm. So you can sit with the
Oh,
old
the scooter.
people. No, with the bus, with a small
No,
bus.
it's a bus, yeah.
Ah,
It's called MobiCab.
It's mostly old
Google
people
it.
probably. So you
yeah,
can
but they
sit with
pass on service problem.
you know.
No, I think they also pass here. Santander for sure, Volga, so they should pass here.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Why are you asking me?
No, to know.
But it's not because of the story I told like this week.
No, completely different.
Was it with you? Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about
Too much wind. Thanks, Elon. What does Elon have to do with the wind? Elon is sitting nice here on my rooftop, like providing internet, holding a dish. You know Elon Musk, right? Founding internet.
No,
What message was you reading? This one?
yes. So what's the true opinion of Melanie about what you have done to the property?
Does she know anything about septic tanks? Let's hope she does not need the toilet. Yes, let's hope that she does not need the
I
toilet.
have to stop drinking beer then.
So, the other half of Melanie is Miguel, and he helped me already with some advice and stuff for the build.
Which you
and-
didn't take.
which I
Only
took to
partly
heart, and then I did something else. But yeah, he would have done it differently. Let's say it like that. So what is your opinion on?
Well, I think the roof that you did eventually looks great. I don't know if it's waterproof, but
It's waterproof
good. Well, good job then.
until now. Now we have to connect the second part of the roof. Let's keep it waterproof.
Well, I admire your perseverance and positivity and creativity. So
Thanks, that's wildly appreciated.
yeah, that's my true opinion.
As a lot of my viewers do,
Uh-huh.
I know.
Yeah, can imagine. It's a big project.
Can you explain the difference between a building project and just registering, changing a roof or new windows? Can you explain the difference between a building project? As far as I understand it, you can replace the things in your house without having a building permit, as long as you do it in the same state as it was before. Am I making any misassumptions there?
No, the roof, for example, was wood. You put wood back, so it's a maintenance job.
This is what they call it, maintenance job.
Yes.
So actually, if I wanted like a second floor or anything, or I would like make the building higher or anything, then I would need a permit, right?
Yeah. Or the windows bigger. But yeah.
Yes. So we're trying on this project to avoid getting a building license. It's working out so far. Let's see what the council says. Has the urbanization hit that town yet? my town, urbanization? Where? There are properties being sold here. Hoeveel moet er nog staan van een ruïne van voor 1951 om erin te mogen wonen? Moet er bijvoorbeeld nog een dak op zitten? So, translating to English, how much of a ruin still needs to be there, a ruin pre-51, to be able to, or to be allowed to live there? Must there be a roof on it, for instance? I don't think that's a criteria.
No, as long as the ruin is urban for habitation,
Hmm.
it's for habitation.
It doesn't matter if there's a roof or not.
No, but without a roof you can really live in it.
I think there are
in
other countries.
July and August you can perfectly live without a roof.
Oh yeah. The sun.
Yeah, the sun burns you away. Yeah, it's maybe better in the winter without a roof.
That's all you're saying.
I think there are other countries where it matters if you have a roof or not, if you pay taxes or
You
not.
told me that the other
Okay.
I
day.
think it's like in Italy. I'm not sure if it's everywhere.
Okay.
But so there are a lot of building projects just without a roof. They just make everything like on the roof. It's the last
Alright.
thing they do.
How do they live in it?
They don't live in it. They are allowed to live like on the property also. Like, remove the structure.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
going at this building.
Interesting. No, I don't think in Portugal they have this limitation. If you
No.
want to live there, please go ahead.
Yeah, well, if it's a ruin, it would say on the paperwork probably something that the condition is very bad for habitation, but it would still be for habitation.
Habitable.
Yeah. Not habitable, but it's for habitation. So you can renovate it.
Speaking of, are you still a ghost town? We're already with a community of 5, so I don't know. Maybe not anymore. Don't smoke inside the Portuguese nature. Yeah, but my house is in the middle of nature. Did you know that I can, like in rural areas, you cannot have barbecue, right? You know, I can have barbecue because I'm in the village.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the forest, like almost.
Yeah. You still should have a designated area for like a proper
Yeah, it's okay.
barbecue,
Like,
not
yeah.
make a fire somewhere and
Okay, but it's like kind of,
grill.
to me it feels very rural.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. But when we are in a state of, let's say, high temperatures, then you cannot barbecue at all. Like the other.
Also in the village now?
Yeah, no,
Oh, okay.
no barbecues.
I know they had a lot of new rules this year, also about plowing and stuff. You cannot even
Yeah,
plow
no
anymore.
machinery, no. Oh, when it goes over 40, that week we had 42 the whole week. No machinery allowed at all. Because before it was until 11 o'clock, you could still use,
Yeah.
but nothing. You could not even drive in the forest, or I couldn't do my horse rides, jeep tours, nothing.
How about opening a tavern on your property for your fans to come and visit?
Good
Yeah.
idea.
Good idea. This has already
had
been
the
an
idea.
idea for a long, long time. So I've been trying to acquire something that I could turn into a bar. First, like Renato's Mini that he's now living in was like planned to be the bar. Then the property next to it, what I was trying to buy like through the family of Duarte, and that's not gonna work for a while because it's like a small house that's now parted in 3 different property papers.
Oh yeah?
It's like, what is it, 30 square meters? It's 3 different parts. Then we tried another one here that didn't work out for now. And maybe,
How much space is there? Or tool shed?
Ah, that needs to bring in more money. Maybe this.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That is a good location, I think, for a bar. And I know somebody who wants to sell it.
Wanna walk there?
So yeah, that is still a plan. So you can come over for a coffee and buy some merch and stuff, like all in the bar. We'll put Duarte behind as a bartender.
Yep.
He'll sell you some merch. Let me see. Is there any small projects for sale in my ghost town? Yeah, but no. I can direct you to another small project property somewhere that is like affordable and a good price. So you can officially become a resident with a ruin, few stones as a house address. Yes.
It depends on what country you're from.
What?
Yes, Europe, no problem. But UK, for example, now
Yes.
because of the residency process, they also ask for water bills, electricity bills, like proof that your house is habitable.
Yeah.
So
But I can get like agricultural water and electricity.
you could, yes.
Would that prove that I'm living there?
Yes.
So there are ways, right?
There's always ways, but yeah.
Do you know how much it costs to get someone to dig a well for you? Do you have any idea? I know that when you, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, if you tax a property, then you tax a well, like
Like
separately, valuable
value.
well, right?
Yes, but nowadays, for example, the well you have, I'm not sure, is it stone?
Yeah.
Or is it stone well? So
Yeah.
they were handmade, right?
Yeah.
So they don't do them anymore. So now you hire a digger and they put the rings, the
Yeah.
concrete rings. And I actually never made one or had to ask for a quote, but I heard around 2,000 euros will be to make a well.
But you need to be very specific where to put this well to get bottom fed.
Yes, water.
Water.
So you don't know beforehand how much, how far you have to dig, of course.
Yes.
Before you get
For
water.
instance, I learned that I didn't know this when I bought the house, and I wasn't really interested in that also. Like the two wells I have on my property, they're actually just for water storage.
Mm.
You can fill them up and use them during the summer, but they don't
They're no
refill
springs.
themselves, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the only wells here in the village that refill themselves are the wells that are all next to the stream. Like on my other land, I have a well like next to the stream, and this fills up itself until now, because now also the groundwater is getting lower in Portugal, so my well also goes down.
Yep.
There is still water coming out of the well, Renato, right? You're still watering Benjamin.
I'm still watering
People were concerned we were not watering Benjamin anymore.
every day.
He's being watered. No idea if he's still alive, but he's being watered. Is Melanie Dutch? Yes,
Yeah.
Melanie is Dutch. Although she lives here already for
Almost 8 years.
8 years. How did you end up here?
Oh yeah. Well, actually, through friends of mine, they bought a small farm, also close here.
Mhm.
And well, the friend asked me to go with him because his wife was sick at that time, so and he didn't speak English. So he asked me to go with him, and I helped him, with the translation. And eventually they bought the farm, they moved here, and I went to visit them. And I brought my parents. And well, my parents also like Portugal very much, so they bought a farm.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then I was like, okay, so maybe I can just come here and live and have
Because
horses.
you lived in your parents' farm for a while.
I
right?
did, yeah. The first 2 years I lived there. It was also a ruin. There was like well, the roof you used to have here. You could see the stars.
Yeah.
Through the roof. So the first
It's a
winter
nice
was
view
very
from your
tough.
bed, if you can
Very
like
nice,
watch
but
this.
very cold. And yeah, so I started living here and building up my life. And that's 8 years ago now.
Time flies, right?
Mm.
Now has her own business.
Yeah.
Hi Jasper, are the houses for sale in the town that are move-in ready? No. But Melanie has a lot of these houses on her website that you can move in.
I have a few, yeah.
You pay a little more, but
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Dwight's girlfriend must be very jealous of you.
I mean,
Dwight's girlfriend
Why?
must be very jealous of you.
what's
Daniela,
your girlfriend?
where are you? Are you on the live tonight? You want to see your boyfriend? Why about Dwight's girlfriend?
Yeah, why?
Why is she jealous? It's good to see you online. I already like your property feeds. Melanie, it's good to see
Thank
you online.
you.
And there was another question. How often does Melanie make property videos? How often do you make property
Not
videos?
often enough, I think.
I think not often enough now. When was your last video? Should we check?
There was actually today. Oh,
Really?
No, well, not with my face, let's say. So the last one was, I think, last week.
Where you also
Beginning
talk
of the
about
week.
the property.
Yeah. So not too bad, but you
Who's the
know.
lady? Yeah, this is Melanie from HomeKeyPortugal. Is non-habitual residence NHR still profitable as a foreigner with an income from another country? And how do you get it? If you collect rent in the Netherlands, do you have to pay taxes with the... Whoa, Joe. It's a good question. I have no idea. Do you have any idea what this is about?
I know what a non-habitual residence is. That you don't pay double taxes in Portugal and your country of origin.
Ah,
But I can answer the question.
it's probably with holiday homes or something like this.
It's about income, revenue.
Income tax.
Yes.
Ah.
But it's an accountancy question. I wouldn't know.
I still need to find out a lot of this stuff because I still have a business in Holland. And I need to find out.
Yes, you do. You have to find out.
Do you know a good accountant?
Yeah.
Melanie, did you work in real estate in the Netherlands?
No, I didn't.
She did work for other companies when she first came to Portugal, right?
Yes, I worked for an agency. Actually, I worked for 1 year online for the agency. I was still in the Netherlands, but I was working already for the agency here in Portugal. And then at one point I was like, well, this is nice working from a distance, but I just want to be there. So I moved here and continued working.
But then you already had the job with them.
Yes.
That probably makes it easier for you also.
To move, yeah. Already some security.
I think we're reaching the end of the question round.
Yeah.
We've been here for an hour already, so that's good. Any more like urgent questions from you guys? Otherwise we're gonna call it a night. I promise to have some better audio next time. Are you guys gonna help me with audio? Cool. Septic tank, yes.
Is that a question?
Yes, that's to remind me of the
Wow.
shitty job I still have to do. Yes, it was a big discussion what needs to be done with the septic tank, right? So now I need to like open it up and see what to do.
smell.
It doesn't smell bad now.
No.
No. Most of the stuff still drains.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 2 people lived here, and now we're living with
Yeah.
5 people here, and
Yeah.
the septic
Four.
tank. I think
Probably
it's not
too
that.
small.
It's not that big,
Four.
you know.
Mm.
4.
4, yeah. And normally Hazel is here also,
Then he was 4 too.
because you weren't here.
Yeah.
I think 4 is even too much for the thing. We ordered some bacteria stuff to pour down the drain. Let's see if that's gonna work. We're gonna dig it out one of these days and see what we actually have on the septic tank and see if we can create an overflow. Because Miguel gave me some tips
Did he?
on creating an overflow for the septic tank. So this time I might follow his advice.
Yeah. You learn.
She's not convinced.
I'll see it in your videos.
Probably Miguel's
Are
gonna
they
come
gonna-
here. No, this is not what I meant. Anyone interested in 40 acres in Arizona?
Well, we're in Arizona.
Not at the moment. Will groundwater be found if you drill in most places in Portugal, or are some places so dry that it's impossible? I think groundwater is still reachable like everywhere in Portugal. With
Yeah.
it's only like sometimes they don't know exactly where to drill, so you.
Well, there are some areas with a lot of granite. There's the big boulders.
Yeah, you
So-
cannot drill in them. It's more expensive.
Well, when you see the boulders, you see them, and underground they continue.
Yes.
So there's only stone, so there's not a lot of water. In this area,
Ah.
this schist stone,
Yes.
there's a lot of water
Yeah.
underground.
Yeah.
But in these granite stone areas,
Ah, because
it's a
it's
bit less. It's stone.
yeah, because it's all stone.
Sometimes, yeah.
It also depends on the stone, you know, when the water drains through the stone, that the stone has a different structure.
Yes.
Some
Like this.
stones let's drain water through it, and some stones
Yeah.
not really, you know.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like these, like schist. If they build a house of schist, like in a mountain, and the water comes pouring down the mountain, it comes right into your house. It just seeps through the wall. Like really, some Airbnbs have this as a feature. They just made like a drain like below the wall, and you see like when it rains, you see like really. It looked really nice. It was strange, but it's like raining inside. Can someone from Canada move to Portugal? Sure. It does involve a lot of paperwork.
Yeah. And you have to start your residency paperwork already in Canada.
Ah, not like me. Move to Portugal first.
You started in your home country.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have legit like remarks about the sound. I'll
Right.
fix it next time. You want to say anything about my sound?
Well, I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
But
And you're sitting on the other side, so this should be perfect. Okay, guys. Thank you all for attending. Lovely having Melanie here answering some of the questions.
thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Maybe we'll do it again in the future. At some point. When I have something interesting for you. Boa noite. See, boa noite.
Bom sonhos. Sweet dreams.
You have to put a hamster on the mic.
You're welcome.
Bye guys. See you all in the next
Good
one.
weekend. Bye.
Bye.